Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is once again Ches Mukwena. Thank you and welcome to my channel. Today, I just want to talk about one just quick thing: the wealthiest city in Africa. Which is the wealthiest city in Africa? There are a number of cities in Africa. There are more than 100 cities in Africa, in the 54 countries of Africa. But I just want to concentrate on only one city, the wealthiest city in Africa. What is wealth? Wealth is defined as the total riches that an individual has. So that is private wealth. And that includes property, cash, equities, business interests, and investments. Obviously, less liabilities. And also it excludes, according to the Africa Wealth Report 2021, it excludes government funds. So that's the definition of private wealth. So when they calculate the private wealth or the wealthiest city, they take the total number of individuals with these indices that I've just mentioned. Now, they look at that to determine whether this city is wealthy or not wealthy. Obviously, there are poor cities in the world, but here we're focusing only on the wealthiest city in Africa. The wealthiest city in Africa. Now, in terms of the definition that I've just given you, the wealthiest city in Africa is Johannesburg in South Africa. Johannesburg, it was estimated that by 2020, it will be the size of New York. Those were the planners, town planners. They were estimated that by 2020, Johannesburg will be the size of New York City. But from my own assessment, and having been to Johannesburg last year, I mean, it's a little bit less the size of New York, but it's catching up with New York. So it is the wealthiest city in Africa. It is having 15,100 millionaires in US dollars, concentrated in Johannesburg, the city of gold, as it is popularly known in Africa. Then it also has 2 billionaires in US dollars. Now that is followed by Cape Town, which is also in South Africa. And then you have Cairo in Egypt and a few others. In the top 5, South Africa is having 3 cities which are wealthiest in the top 5 of the Africa Wealthiest Report 2021. So there is no doubt that according to this definition, according to the indices, according to property, cash, equities, business interests, and investments, Johannesburg is the leading wealthiest city in Africa. I know that many people might begin to ask, why do you include cash in the indices? My understanding of including cash in the indices is that cash can be converted into property, and property can be converted into liquid cash. And it tells you the value of a person in terms of whether he's wealthy or poor. And in my view, I agree with the definition that includes or incorporates cash as one of the indices to define what private wealth is. So at the moment as we speak, just to summarize what I've just said, which is the richest city. Johannesburg is the richest city in Africa. In all the 54 countries or cities in the 54 countries, Johannesburg topped the list. That is scientifically proven in terms of the data that is available. Johannesburg is the wealthiest city in Africa. Obviously, you have other cities but they are not as wealthy as Johannesburg. And the concentration of wealth in Johannesburg is mostly in the Sandton area. Sandton, which is popularly known as the richest, as the most expensive square mile in Africa. So this is where you get the Johannesburg Stock Exchange and major banks and corporations concentrated. So in Sandton, South Africa. But Johannesburg as a whole, of which Sandton constitute a part, is the wealthiest city in Africa in 2021. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me. Keep tuning in to get an update and information around a number of countries, more specifically South Africa, in as far as the economics, business, and politics are concerned in South Africa and all over the world. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Keep well and stay blessed.